your girl, Angelique Bates, and this is the Evening Showdown, and we're on location today. We always have someone special in the chair. You never know who it's going to be, and today is my personal friend, Papa Joe.
Hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, no
Appreciate
problem.
it. Yes.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, baby. Get into it. Yes.
I love it. So, what have you been up to?
Whew, I have been doing a lot since I published a book.
Okay.
Well,
Tell us about the book.
okay. As you may or may not know, and you know, but they don't know, I lost over 250 pounds by walking. No gym, no gastric bypass surgery, and I've kept the weight off now for about 5 years. And then now recently, I had a 6-month death sentence with cancer. Yes, and I basically have beaten cancer. Yes.
Yes.
I get my surgery next year. I already planned, and I'll be cancer free. But my tagline is that I had a 6-month death sentence. Wrote a book about losing 250 pounds while I'm having that death sentence as well, and and just remain staying positive, and just being upbeat about life, and that's pretty much that's what I've been working on over the summer. So, but I just became a bestseller on Amazon, a best-selling author on Amazon. So I'm like, yeah! So my first book out of the gate, becoming a bestseller, it's been amazing.
That's a blessing.
It's been amazing. It literally has been signed left, right, and center. I'm also working on an animation project.
Really?
Yes, called The Electric Negro. Dun, dun, dun. It's a new black.
Actors.
Okay, I do because I'm bringing a new black superhero to the table.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So there's 7 wonders of the ancient world. Get ready for number 8, baby.
Oh my God. Okay, so we're about to get into every aspect of it.
Yes.
So as far as when you lost weight, you were originally 450 pounds,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
I did my research.
Thank you.
Now, I didn't know this part. You were a recording artist.
Correct.
And you were watching your music video, which was a hit.
Right. Number 6 on the Billboard dance charts.
See, that's awesome.
Again, my first track ever
Wow.
became a top 10 Billboard dance hit.
So you're like the number one.
I mean, I'm having a first of everything right now at the moment, and literally first of everything, first of illness, first of little diseases, and this and the other, but a lot of wins as well.
Wow.
So one of the wins was that, yeah.
So when you were looking at yourself in, this number one, I'm gonna call it number one. This
Exactly.
video,
yeah.
What were you feeling?
You know what? I didn't like myself at the time. I had low self-esteem, low confidence. I was in a state of depression, but what happened was music came back into my life. So I had done music at a younger age, but had, obviously life got in the way, and that dream kind of fell apart.
Right.
But it had an opportunity to come back into my life. And when it did, it was kind of like a lightning bolt, kind of like a wake-up call. So what happened was, when I saw myself in this video, I'm like, you have an opportunity to do music.
Yeah.
You can't look like that anymore. So literally my passion took over the mental state of what I look like and what I wanted to be. So once that took over, it was okay, we got to change you.
Right.
We got to change you.
I love how you lost it, because a lot of people feel like they have to do these, and nothing against anyone.
No, not at all.
Is, whatever their method is, everyone's method is different.
Correct.
Trust me, I'm not judging.
Correct.
But your method was the 99-cent store.
Correct.
And a lot of people feel like they have to spend all this money to do meal preps or memberships and all this other stuff.
Well, one of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to prove a point, because everybody's saying it costs a lot to eat healthy.
Yeah.
And I wanted to prove a point saying, no, it doesn't.
Right.
So when I walked into the 99-cent store, and a friend told me about the 99-cent store, I turned my nose up like most people. I'm like, I am not shopping at no 99-cent store.
Right. I've been there.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I mean, I had to think about it. I'm like, I am not shopping at no 99-cent store.
Right.
But when I went in there and saw what they had, it was like a godsend. I was like, I can get down with this.
Wow.
I literally can get down with this, because they had all the simple, basic things that I needed to survive. So for $40 a week, $40 a week, I don't know how much you're spending on food, but I spent $40 at the time.
Right.
$40 a week just for food. That was it at the 99-cent only stores. And I was able to get breakfast, lunch, and elements for dinner, and then I just added some chicken or fish.
It was interesting about that is that was before the whole organic phase
Correct.
and the gluten-free.
Correct.
And you have to do this. And you have
Kale
to do
this and kale that and
Right.
okay.
The 99 cents.
Thank you. Well, you know what? I kept it real, and the same thing goes for exercising. At the time, I was self-conscious about going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be judged because I felt like the gym was a place, where I was going to be judged. Now everybody's advertisement says, you don't have to be judged, this and the other. But deep down, come on, you're being judged. Come on, I'm not going to, we're humans, So we do it from time to time. So I didn't want I wanted to avoid that. So I said to myself, what's the easiest exercise that you can do? And literally it was walking. So I'm like, I grabbed my tennis shoes and my dance music and took one foot out the door and I said, okay, let's do it right on the sidewalk. Now the first time around the block, just drenched in sweat because I lived on an incline of a hill. Okay. So I would have to climb that hill to get to the top of my apartment. Right. So, but every morning I said, okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. And so every morning just became my motivation just to get out there and do it. And then I would watch the video in between and be like, okay, you're doing a good job. You don't look like that anymore. But I mean, just the physical transformation in the 99-cent store has just been a blessing in disguise because it was a matter of proving those myths and knocking down those myths and just being like, yeah, I did it. Okay, I did it. Yeah.
And that takes a lot of mental strength because I just try to build up my stamina and everyone's just like, oh, just do crunches. Oh, just walk. And I'm like, but I will spend all this money for a membership, barely go. And I'm like, okay, so I just wasted money for this membership. But I still want to tone up. I still want to do something. I need to do cardio, and I still can't figure it out. But you have like the mental strength for that. And I don't know what it is with people that the stuff is right there in their home.
Correct.
But they can't do it. Correct. Because I'm one of those people.
That's one of the things. That's one of the things like I talk about in the book is about that mental determination and keeping the discipline. And that's one of the things that I think that's what you're going to stay on track is if you put yourself into a habit. Right. And number one, don't put so much pressure on yourself. I think we all put too much pressure on ourselves. I have to lose 10 pounds. Okay, I'm going to starve myself to do it. And you're doing all these unhealthy ways. You just got to do it 1%. Starting off by, whether you drink too much soda, recognizing that you drink too much soda. Okay, now I'm going to start drinking water and iced tea. Right. So just making small little changes, and then pretty much psychologically, your brain's going to form the habit.
That's right.
And you're going to be like, I haven't touched soda in 6 years.
Really?
I used to drink a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew every single day for 5 years. Do you know how much sugar that is? Yeah. You know how much sugar? And I escaped diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol from drinking a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew every single day before work and during work and throughout my day for 5 years.
Wow.
Yes, over 29 tablespoons of sugar.
That's wow.
Every day for 5 years. And again, no diabetes, no high cholesterol. Thank you. Okay.
I was breaking out.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's making those small those small steps. And just making the habits, and believe me, I'm victim to it too. I fall off the wagon sometimes, but I realize what the end goal is. The end goal is, and I put myself back on those steps to get back in the habit. Right. And especially now during the winter time, because I know everybody, it's snowing. You know what I'm saying? It's bad weather. Everyone starts to eat at home because they're just like, I ain't got nothing to do. Let me eat.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what's kind of interesting is for you to been in such great shape once you started losing the weight and everything. What throws people off is when people end up getting cancer. Correct. Like my aunt who just passed away a few months ago, she ended up having cancer. Was like the picture perfect picture of health. She ate healthy, she exercised. When she had her only child, her snapback was ridiculous, and she really didn't work out. And then she ended up having cancer. Completely flipped my whole family upside down. It's just like you just don't know. It's
Correct.
like, and she didn't smoke cigarettes or drink alcohol.
Wow.
Literally, like she was the youngest out of the siblings. So it was just like we're so baffled. And I try to tell people, you just never know.
Well, that's the same thing that happened to me. It's like I'm healthy, but what happened was, and I'm being honest, I went through a depression after I lost the weight. And the reason why I went through the depression was because I didn't know this body. Right. I know the other body, the body where I was size 58. Right. I know that guy. Right. but I didn't know this guy in a size 36. But I didn't know this guy.
Right.
So I went through a depression and I ate M&Ms for 6 months straight. So that's how I got the cancer.
Wow.
And I know this.
You know, it's funny you said that because I've been paying attention to the ingredients,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to be an M&M nut and everything. And I actually had a health scare towards the end of last year. Thank God she was still around because she helped me through it.
Mm-hmm.
I had discovered a lump underneath my underarm. This is
no.
exclusive. Nobody knows.
Okay.
Until now.
Okay.
But I was, just doing the record, and I was just like, oh my God, because it would start to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what is this? And it was like towards the end of last year, the beginning of this year. But it would only come periodically every month. So when the second, third month hit, I was like, yo, something's going on. I went to the doctor, and they were trying to feel around, and the doctors always scared the crap out of you because ignore them, because they'll be like, oh. And so, when they say, oh, you think something's like really bad. Mm-hmm. And she was telling me a lot of my lymph nodes were, I guess, swollen or something. They didn't know what was going on. So they ended up having to do a biopsy, long story short. And they put a marker in there, but they were just like, it's benign.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it still freaked me out because I'm like, I, for the most part, eat healthy. But growing up, I was drinking.
Correct.
And so I get, because let me tell you, when I say I changed my eating habit, like I don't eat any meat except for seafood. Okay. But I'm cutting everything out, like now you kill.
No, but you're taking the necessary precautions for a healthier lifestyle for yourself.
Right.
And I think that's what most people, look, in urban areas, it's hard to eat healthy.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot cheaper in urban areas to go to fast food. Get off the dollar menu. You can get a whole meal for $10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And feed your family for dinner.
Right.
But it's figuring out, I had to figure out a way to make that $10 stretch.
Right.
Even more so. Have a couple days. And one of the things that I even suggest is to eat in bulk.
Right.
Buy a lot of it, so then that way you can use it and prep it for lunch and have it for dinner, and you got your meals already taken care of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything natural isn't natural, because I found
That's
products that have natural, and then I'll read it and it says artificial flavor.
Mm-hmm. you're like, what's that about? What's that about? But you know what though? But I really do believe that even for our community, we have to stay healthy.
Yeah.
We are at high risk of diabetes, high cholesterol. We are prone to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we have to take care of it longer down the line. And you may say right now, you out there may say, oh, it's not going to happen to me. It's not going to happen to me. It's not going to happen to me. I ain't got to worry about it. You know what? That stuff's going to creep up on you. And then you're going to be surprised. And then you're going to wind up spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on doctor's bills when you could have been eating healthy and just staying on track and starting right now. So that's what this is. This is all about prevention. Right. You know what I'm saying? And part of my message is to make it preventable. So, taking the necessary steps. By the way, this is for you.
Oh, thank you. And I was
taking the necessary steps to a healthier lifestyle.
What can people expect when they get this book, which you guys will be getting?
Thank you. Hey, no, you know what it is? It's about stepping into your greatness. Okay. And figuring that out, and stepping into your greatness to be your better self. Okay. I did not know who I was, and now that I know who I am, and I know what my message is, and I'm putting it together, compile it, and put it together, and just spread the word. Because it can be done. Believe me, I'm the laziest person in the world. You have no idea.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
I would never thought that.
Oh my gosh. Wow. They say anybody can do 50 sit-ups, but the first 5 are the hardest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Okay. No. I'll keep it real with you. Yes, you're right. I'm just trying to for the camera. No. Okay. Yeah, I know. But anybody can do 50 sit-ups, but the first 5, I usually say the first one, but the first 5 are the hardest. But if you keep it real, the first 50 really. But it's a matter of setting that mindset to really get after it and do it. Okay. And the same thing goes for our health. Yeah. I don't care if it's relationships, work, job, this and the other. In order for you got to be healthy in order to continue what you love to do. Yeah. Plain and simple, bottom line. And right now, we're not about health and wellness. There's so much other noise that we're all listening to out there. But at the end of the day, you know what? You save yourself a trip to the doctor's office.
Yeah. And and speaking of doctor's office, a lot of people aren't realizing, food and what you're putting in your body is also a big key, but also when you're in certain relationships. Because I was in one last year that it was actually attacking my health because that person wasn't caring about their health. And I actually saw my health deteriorate. And I'm like, I've never really gone to the doctor this much, you know, where they was just like, all of a sudden I'm having coughs and all kinds of things. Thank God it wasn't anything else. But they just did not care about their health. And we ended up having a discussion. Like I went off and they were just like, you know what, you're right. I don't care about my health. I don't care about my life. I'm like, well, hold up. Bye-bye.
We need to retrace this to get things back again. Wow, okay. Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, it's just crazy that after that relationship, all of a sudden, I have all these health problems because for the most part, I've been pretty healthy. And people, you really got to be careful. You got to do the whole background. It might be cute, but, you know, it's not worth going to the grave.
No, it's not. It's not, to be honest with you. It isn't. Be like, oh, jeez, don't make me testify up in here. Please don't make me. Oh, yeah. I'm going to start speaking in tongue in a minute. No, but you know, you're right. And that's one of the things I talk about in the book too, is like, I was in an unhealthy relationship. I was in an emotional abusive relationship where somebody would talk down to me. And I consider myself a food addict. Okay, I love food. I'm very sensitive to things around me. So if I have a bad day or somebody cuts me off in traffic, I'm going right to food. It's my comfort food. That's what I grew up with. And that was the habit that I learned and put myself in. But I had to learn how to break that. As soon as that relationship broke, I'm like, oh, I don't have to deal with this no more. So let me figure out a way how I'm going to deal with this in a healthy manner. So one of the things that I even talk about in the book is when you go shopping, is the 3 W's. What, when, why. So if you're a food addict like myself, who's an emotional eater, you know, one of the three things that I thought of was the 3 W's, and that's how you can start to take control of what you're eating. And so it's what, when, why. So if you're in the grocery store aisle and you're looking at that bag of Doritos, and you're like, okay, ask yourself, and like a crazy person almost, you got to ask yourself, like, what is it, bag of Doritos? Because you almost got to hear yourself say it. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to hear yourself say it. What is it? Bag of Doritos. When are you planning on eating it? I want it now, but I probably will wait until this evening. Okay. And then the biggest question you have to ask yourself is, why do you want it? And once you get to that, why do you want it? That's where you start to break down the root of your eating habits. You know, and just really taking control of your eating habits. I'm not saying, you know, there's so many other things you got to worry about, but really when you look yourself in the mirror and you take time to be the man in the mirror, so to speak, and look at yourself in the reflective side of things, it really is one of those questions you have to ask yourself is the what, when, why. You got to get down to the root and be like, why do I want this?
I need those questions because I'm a compulsive buyer.
Okay.
When like I'll have the
money be burning a hole in your pocket.
If I get into that store, I'm like, ooh, well, them cookies, oh, they got organic.
Exactly. He's like, whoo.
You know, I start buying stuff, and I found, especially when it comes to my sweet tooth, I found that I'll end up buying stuff, and then I get home and I'm like, why did I buy this? Did I really need it? No, I didn't. Right. You know, and I think I could definitely use those questions.
Hey, you know, hey, it helps. It helps. It helps to put things into perspective. You know what I mean? So you make yourself accountable. You know, and that's one of the things I had to do. It was all about accountability. I'm like, all right. And for me, it was put up or shut up. Yeah. You know, and now when I started, I went cold turkey. I went hardcore. I mean, I went to the refrigerator. I had a nervous breakdown. I threw out everything that was going to get in the way from losing weight. I literally was left with a bag of, some ketchup, mustard, and some relish. Oh, wow. I'm dead serious. I mean, I threw out the cookies, the cakes, the candies. Oh, I know. I have a sweet tooth just like Angelique here. Trust me, we got something in common. Be like, ooh, chocolate, yeah! Yes. Exactly, that's mine too. But you know what I say? I say instead of eating the whole cake, I'll have just a slice. Ooh. And I've learned how to monitor that and keep it at a slice. Okay. And then realize, you know, the importance of, I want the whole cake. I'm gonna keep it real, I want the whole cake.
I do that to my kids. I come in with a little, oh, mommy, can I have some?
No. Thank you. Yes, no, I will not share. That's the only thing. I mean, if I love you, Whoo, I can share my food. Either I share my food or it fell off the floor.
Right.
That's the only reason why I'm gonna share my food.
I don't have to share with the dog.
Exactly. Like, what you looking at?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, yes. But I mean, you know what? This is it's all life changing. You know what I'm saying? And I think anybody can do it. Anybody can do it if they just put their mind to it and just set a small goal for themselves, whether it's 3 months to 6 months.
Right.
But set small goals for yourself and just don't put so much pressure like, I gotta lose 10 pounds, I gotta lose 10 pounds. And like you said, there's tons of methods out there that you can do. But I mean, I kept it simple, stupid.
Oh, okay.
Simple, stupid. I looked at a food chart and I'm like, all right, this is good, that's bad. That's good, that's bad. That's good, that's bad. Okay, got it. And I just kept to the basics. Now, as far as exercising, same thing. Kept to the basics. Walking. It's the easiest exercise out there. Now, if you get me in a parking lot, I'm trying to find that close spot. I ain't walking nowhere. No. But I mean, but you know what it is? It's finding the time to do it. Because that's everybody's busy. The biggest excuse is finding the time to do it.
True.
And that to me, I got up and one of my mottos is take care of yourself first before you take care of anybody else.
Right.
So I got up an hour earlier every morning and took care of myself first and before everybody else. And then what happened was people that were outside walking or running or this, that, and the other, they were my support system.
Right.
Because I would see them doing the same thing that I'm doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we became those buddies in the gym. What's up? What's up? You know what I mean? And everyone else, exactly. And everyone else was like, what's going on? How do you know each other? What's going on? What do you know each other? You know what I mean?
Right.
And then eventually, you get cars honking their horns, going, keep it up. I see you every morning. Yay! You know what I mean? And it was just like became like a little. I mean, not to boast or anything, but I became like a little celebrity within the community.
Sweet.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one of the benefits of it, I was actually given a proclamation from the city of West Hollywood from the American Heart Association for all the weight that I've lost and the walking that I did within the community. So, but I mean, it really is, like I said, it really is just about holding yourself accountable, making yourself, setting the goals for yourself, starting 1%. That's it, just 1%. You ain't gotta do much.
Wow.
You ain't gotta do much.
Make time for everything else.
I know, and especially with the holidays coming around. With the holidays coming around, everybody wants to eat and kind of overindulge. Yes. And then next thing you know, and then that's when it's a setup for, New Year's is around the corner. I'm going to lose weight. You should have been doing that all along. You know what I'm saying? Right. But no, don't wait till now. Start now.
Right.
So one of the things I joke about, and I say, when you go to your parties, the invites you get, BYOB,
yeah.
Bring your own booze.
Yeah.
I say BYOSD, bring your own side dish. Bring your own side dish. So bring your own healthy side dish so that you can be accountable.
I'm gonna do that this weekend because we actually have something where we have to bring it for that.
Really?
Yeah,
see, that's what I'm saying. And that
dish.
way, you know what? If anybody else is eating healthy right along with you, then you've got extra options.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you both can still eat and enjoy the holidays with everybody, but you're eating healthy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because all the stuffing and turkey and apple pie and this and that. I mean, it's good. Right. It's good, but it's not like you're never gonna have it again.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the problem is I think people overindulge. Be like, oh my God, I haven't seen this much food before. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna eat it all. Yeah. And that's what they do. And next thing you know, why am I 10 pounds heavier?
Right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It creeps up on you. So you know what I'm saying? But it's just being mindful during this time frame and getting yourself ready, for the new year to be a new you. And I think anybody, like I said, if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's just a matter of setting your goals and staying on track.
I definitely agree. So you guys hear that?
Okay.
Set goals. When you're doing New Year's resolutions, set goals.
That's it. And if they need to, they can read the book for motivation. There you go.
When you found out from the doctor, can you just actually walk us through that process? Because people always wonder, how did you find out? What was the process? Were you going for a regular check?
Well, during the Depression, I was eating the M&Ms literally straight. Sorry, M&Ms. Sorry. I love you, but you killed me. Almost killed me. But for 6 months, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I ate nothing but M&Ms, peanut M&Ms. And then what happened was my body told me. My body told me that there was something wrong because my eyes turned bright yellow. My eyes had turned bright yellow and I had jaundice. So they thought I had liver disease. And then I went in for the biopsy and they said, oh, we're gonna do an ultrasound real quick. When they did the ultrasound, that's where they found the tumor. And the tumor was actually formed where your sugars are broken down in the gallbladder.
That's why you're like, it was the M&M.
Yep, it was the M&M. The doctor still to this day, oh, you're a medical marvel, blah, blah, blah. We don't know how the cancer, I know how I got it. We don't know how the cancer developed because I had stopped exercising. I ate M&Ms for 6 months straight. I went to the extreme.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I went to the extreme.
Sure.
And then when the doctor told me, and then told me I had 6 months to live, I mean, I was crushed. I cried for 15 minutes. And then I said, okay, enough with the pity party. I said, how do we get rid of it? And he said, I don't know how we're gonna get rid of it. And I said, well, give me another doctor's opinion. So I went to another doctor, I went to a referral of his. They put me on chemo for 9 months. And then I did radiation for the last 6 weeks. And I just literally, I rang that bell about 3 weeks ago. Yes, like, yeah, I rang that bell 3 weeks ago. And the rest is history. And now I'm operable. And the tumor is operable. It shrunk. It literally went from, it was in between my gallbladder, my liver, and my stomach. And it was all, I mean, I'm talking centimeters next to touching each one of those areas. Like it could have been a 6-month death sentence down to 4.
Right.
If I had waited just maybe another week. Yeah. It literally was a blessing in disguise that my body told me what was wrong. And so because I was listening to my body throughout that whole time period during the weight loss, my body was like, oh no, something wrong, come on.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, but I mean, but if my eyes didn't tell me and I didn't pay attention, I would have known.
People don't realize that because I'm the same way. Like I said, my health, I'm pretty healthy for the most part, but the minute my body starts acting, like the minute I start itching, I'll be like, okay, wait, what's going on here? Or something hurts. I'm at the doctor. They're like, hey, Angie. I'm like, so I have this cough. I have something, I know because I'm listening to my body. You have to.
You have to.
And I'm glad that I listened at the beginning of this year because what if I hadn't, like.
And I say that to myself all the time. If my body hadn't told me something was wrong with me, it'd be totally different circumstances. And I'm just blessed and thankful that the fact I'm like, I listened.
Yeah.
And part of that is listening to your body. Right. Look, if you have to look, and for me, and then speaking for me, every time I had to go to the store to go clothes shopping, I always had to get the next size up. That's not a balanced lifestyle. Right. When you have to keep constantly worrying, adjusting, you know what I'm saying, and worrying about your health and this, that, and the other. There's so many other things to worry about. But you really, I'm just saying, take time to worry about your health. You can still worry about all the other things, but really take a few minutes and take time just to look yourself in the mirror and be like, work what I got to work on. You don't got to preach it to everybody.
Right.
You ain't got to preach it to everybody. I'm on a keto diet. Woo! Yeah! You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And you don't have to start pushing, eat this way or you're going to die, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. You know what? It works for them.
Right.
But the thing is, what works for me is maintaining and keeping it off.
Right.
And that was the hardest thing for me. And now that it's become second nature, it's, I'll never go back. I'll never go back. Right. Never, ever. I always joke about it, but I'm like, I'm feeling like 450 pounds today, But it's interesting though, and I'll be honest with you, there are times where I still see the bigger me. Even though I'm in a smaller size. I went from a 7X and 58 size jeans to 36 and extra large and large, depending on the shirt. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I lost a whole nother me. And it's been life-changing. I mean, there are things that I was missing out on. I mean, I went parasailing for the first time.
Whoa, how was it?
I just realized that I can now skydive for the first time because I'm under the weight requirement. You know what I'm saying? No, but I mean, you know what I mean? But there's little things that you're missing out on because, you know what I mean? Because of your size. And I was missing out on those things. I mean, I'm scared of heights. Terrified of the ocean, afraid I'm going to be eaten by sharks, and here I am parasailing, 8 feet up in the ground, going, ah, my God, I love this! Ah, this is great! You know what I mean? This is awesome, but give me back down, give me back down, give me back down.
He's like, all right, I did it.
You know, exactly. I'm like, I'm done, I did it. Right. But the fact is, I was able to do it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And just to have that experience. Yeah. Right. Do you know what I mean? And not knowing, oh, because of my weight.
Yeah, it's no more excuses.
No more excuses. You know, I mean, everybody, we got a lot more living to do.
Yeah.
You know, and we just all got to, I mean, look, I'm not saying being that heavy, if that's where you are and you're happy, so be it. But it's gonna catch up to you.
Yeah.
It's gonna catch up to you. I don't care what you wanna say, you wanna think about it. 10 years, 15 years, 5 years, 2 or 1. It's gonna come back, catch you, and the doctor will be telling you what you already need to know, what you already should have been doing. You already knew, you just ain't doing it.
Right.
So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Exactly. Okay.
So what advice would you give to anyone out there? Just anything motivational.
Number one, the first thing I say, you got to make the commitment. You got to want it. You got to want it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Number 2, start with 1%. Don't go cold turkey or hardcore like I did. You don't have to. I mean, if you have the mentality for it, then so be it. But if not, start with 1%. Then don't put too much pressure on yourself. And if you fall off the wagon, don't beat yourself up. Get right back on.
Hey, I mean, that's straight to the point. Are you going to be writing another book?
Book number 2, now that I've beaten cancer. Yay! Yes. It's coming out. It's in the works right now. But this explains the weight loss journey and the mindset of what it took to get there. And then the next one is kind of like, literally, to be honest with you, it's a celebration of life. But in the meantime, you know what? In the meantime, I'm working on the Electric Negro animated series.
That I'll be a part of.
Yes, exactly. That's coming out, which I'm really excited about. It's going to take me about 6 months to get everything together, but I have an opportunity that I can't say anything, but we can talk about it off camera. Okay, we can talk about it off camera and then I can come back. But I'm really excited about the project because I'm developing a new superhero.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a Deadpool meets Batman. So it's comedy aspect of Deadpool meeting Batman, kind of putting those two together. You got the Electric Negro.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but I'm creating something for a lifetime. So I want something even for your kids to even be like, Mom, I want the Electric Negro. You know what I mean?
My son loves that stuff.
Do you know what I'm saying? I want something for the kids to be able to latch onto and grow up with, because I didn't grow up with any black superheroes in my lifetime growing up. Even though I know they were out there, they weren't publicized like they are now. Right. But now, you know, when I think, hey, let's do it. Right. It's time for it. Black Panther's out there, Black Lightning's out there, so I'm jumping on the bandwagon, Electric Negro, baby.
It's funny, when I first heard that, I always thought, maybe an action hero. Yeah. You know, or something.
Yeah.
You know, superhero.
But actually, this was my motivation when I started.
Really?
Yeah, it was my motivating shirt that I wore every single morning to get me out of bed.
That's awesome.
And get me out of bed, because I wanted to think of myself as a superhero. So I thought of myself as a superhero every morning, put this shirt on, and I would get out there and start walking, and everyone started calling me the Electric Negro. And then somebody actually said, that would make a great action hero, superhero. So the producer mindset kicked in. I'm like, And here we are, yeah. So from clothing to now animation, and now the book, and
like, jack of all trades.
Thank you. Yeah, doing it up, baby.
Where can people find you?
Everybody can find me. Everything. The handle is Papa Joe Aviance. Okay. So Papa Joe Aviance at Papa Joe Aviance, or you can also get the book there as well at papajoeaviance.com. Yep. Or you can get it on Amazon.
I was gonna ask you, it's on Amazon too.
It's on Amazon too. Bestseller, baby.
Hey.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you so
show.
much.
Like I'm super excited for you.
Thank you so much. I'm so
glad
happy
that you're still here.
Yes. Yes. Fighting. That's it, baby. Sit. So, ready to conquer life.
Yes, we both conquered it.
Yes.
You know? So, you know, we're going to see you guys in the 2019, 2020, all that.
Yep.
The cartoon, whatever it is. I'm just saying cartoon.
Hashtag Electric Negro.
Oh, hashtag Electric Negro.
Yes. Wait, where's your shirt? Where's your shirt?
Oh, shirt.
Where's your shirt? Just right there. Yeah, just throw it. Yeah, give it to me real quick. Yes. Hey. Merry Christmas. Hey. Merry Christmas. There you go. Merry Christmas. See, she got hers too. Hey. Happy holidays.
I'm going to have to hide this from my son.
Okay.
Well, you guys know how to find me, Angelique Bates. I'm on all the social medias, Instagram, all that. Just Google me and The Evening Showdown on YouTube and Instagram. The Evening Showdown. Every Wednesday, you know where to find us.